I wish I never accepted that friend request, because whoever sent it was already inside my house. My name. Do not worry about that. I'm 22, just a regular guy trying to get through college and figure life out one assignment at a time. I live in a quiet neighborhood just outside Columbus, Ohio. Nothing ever really happens here. The kind of place where the loudest thing at night is a passing car, or maybe a dog barking 2 streets over. I share the house with my cousin Marcus. He works late shifts, so most nights it's just me alone with my laptop, half-finished homework, and the glow of my phone lighting up the room. It's a routine I got used to, classes during the day, scrolling through Facebook at night, replying to messages, watching random videos until I get too tired to keep my eyes open. That night felt no different. I remember it clearly because everything about it was normal. I had just microwaved some leftovers, sat back in my chair, and opened Facebook like I always did. Notifications, memes, a few messages from friends. Nothing out of the ordinary. And then I saw it. A friend request. At first, I didn't think much of it. People send requests all the time. Old classmates, mutual friends, random connections you barely remember. But this one, it didn't feel right. The name didn't ring a bell. The profile picture was unclear. Not blank, but not a real face either. Just something slightly off, like it was taken from too far away, or maybe cropped in a strange way. I hovered over the confirm button for a few seconds. I even checked the profile. No posts, no tag photos, no real information. Just a bare account sitting there like it had been waiting. I should have ignored it, but I didn't. I clicked accept, and for a moment nothing happened. Everything stayed quiet. The same stillness in my room, the same dim light, the same distant hum of the refrigerator down the hall. Then my phone buzzed. A message from that account. I remember staring at the screen, my thumb hovering again. That same hesitation creeping back in. Something about it made me pause, just for a second longer than usual. Before I opened it, I leaned back in my chair and glanced around my room. Same walls, same door, slightly open, just the way I always leave it. The hallway beyond was dark, like always at that hour. Marcus wasn't home yet. It was just me and my phone. I looked back down at the message, my screen glowing brighter in the darkness. But before I tell you what it said, have you ever accepted a random friend request late at night? Because after what happened to me, you might want to think twice. I tapped on the message. It was short, just one line. You're home early tonight. I remember frowning at the screen, waiting for a second message to follow, like maybe it was a joke, or someone about to say got you, or something stupid like that. But nothing else came. Just that one sentence. At first, I let out a small laugh. Not because it was funny, but because it felt like it should be funny, like it was probably Marcus messing with me, or one of my friends using a fake account. I typed back, "Who is this?" The message showed as seen almost instantly, but no reply. That's when I decided to check the profile again. This time more carefully. I tapped on the name. It was strange, not completely random, but not familiar either. It looked like a real name at first glance, but the more I stared at it, the harder it was to place where I might have seen it before, like it was sitting just outside my memory. The profile picture didn't help. It wasn't blank, but it wasn't clear either. It looked like a person standing at a distance, maybe in low light. The face was too dark to make out. The whole image felt wrong, like it had been taken without the person knowing. I scrolled. No posts, no photos, no friends list visible, nothing. It was like the account didn't exist until a few minutes ago. I leaned back in my chair, trying to shake off the feeling creeping up my spine. Okay, probably just a fake account, I muttered to myself. I even rolled my eyes a little, like I was annoyed at how much attention I was giving it. Then my phone buzzed again. Another message. I looked down. I saw you come in with food. You always heat it for too long. My stomach tightened. I didn't move at first. I just stared at the words, reading them over and over like maybe I misunderstood. I had just microwaved leftovers. And yeah, I do overheat my food. Marcus jokes about it all the time. I slowly turned my head toward the kitchen. From where I was sitting, I could see part of the counter. The microwave door still slightly fogged from the steam. Everything looked normal. Too normal. I swallowed. My mouth suddenly dry and typed back again. All right, stop. Who was this? The message was seen immediately. Again, like whoever it was just waiting. A few seconds passed. Then my phone buzzed. You're wearing that gray hoodie again." My heart skipped. I looked down at myself. Gray hoodie. Same one I've been wearing all evening. I hadn't posted anything. No pictures. No updates. Nothing that could have told anyone what I had on. Slowly, I became aware of how quiet the house was. No footsteps. No doors. No sound from outside. Just a faint hum of electricity and my own breathing. I glanced toward the hallway again. The door was still slightly open, just like I always leave it. But now it felt different. Like that small gap wasn't harmless anymore. Like something could be on the other side of it, watching. I looked back at my phone, my thumb hovering over the screen. At that moment, I had a choice. Block the account and pretend none of this ever happened. Or keep replying and find out who or what was on the other side. So let me ask you, at this point, what would you have done? Block them or keep replying? I didn't block it. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe curiosity. Maybe disbelief. Maybe that part of me that kept insisting it had to be some kind of trick. But after my last message, the reply came almost instantly. "You shouldn't be looking around right now." I froze. My fingers hovered over the keyboard. But I didn't type anything. Then another message came through. "Don't check the hallway." My eyes shifted immediately without me even thinking. Toward the hallway. That small gap of darkness beyond my door suddenly felt heavier than it had any right to be. My chest tightened. I told myself to relax, to stand up, to prove nothing was there. But before I could move, my phone buzzed again. I like when you leave your door slightly open. That was it. I stood up so fast my chair scraped hard against the floor. I walked to the hallway first. Slow steps. Too slow. Like my body didn't fully agree with what I was doing. I flicked on the hallway light. Nothing. Just empty carpet. Walls. Silence. I checked the front door. Locked. Back door. Locked. Windows. All shut. Curtains slightly moving from the air conditioner. Everything was how it should be, but it didn't feel right anymore. It felt like the house had changed without actually changing, like I was noticing it for the first time. I went back to my room, tried to convince myself I was overthinking it. Marcus still wasn't home. That would have helped. Even just hearing his keys outside would have helped. But there was nothing, just that quiet again. I sat down slowly and looked at my phone. Another message. This time no words, just a photo. I hesitated before opening it. Then I did. It was outside my house, taken from the street. My house. My porch light was on. The angle was low, like whoever took it was crouched near the bushes. My breath caught. I looked up instinctively, like I could see through the walls. My hand started shaking. Before I could process it, another photo came in. This one from inside. My stomach dropped. It was my living room, taken from a corner I didn't recognize. The angle didn't make sense. It wasn't from a phone held in hand. It looked placed fixed like something I'd been watching without moving. My heart started pounding harder. I stood up again, slower this time, scanning the room like it had suddenly become unfamiliar. Then, another message, another photo. This one made everything stop. It was my room, my exact room, and there I was, sitting at my desk, taken from behind me, my shoulders, my hoodie, my phone glowing in my hand. I felt my throat go dry instantly, because I knew one thing for sure. I had not taken any picture. I spun around so fast my chair tipped over. Nothing. Empty room. Just walls. Desk. Bed. Closet. No one. I rushed out into the hallway. Heart racing so hard it felt like it was filling my ears. "Marcus." I called out. No answer. I checked every room. Kitchen. Bathroom. Living room. Empty. The house was completely silent. Too silent. Like even the air had stopped moving. I came back to my room, breathing harder now, staring at my phone like it was something alive. Another message was waiting. No photo this time, just words. "You looked." My grip tightened around the phone, so hard I thought it might crack. I stood there in the middle of my room, listening, waiting for anything. A footstep, a knock, a breath, something. But there was nothing, only the soft hum of my own fear filling the silence. And then I had one thought I couldn't shake. If someone was really here, where were they hiding? Would you stay in a house like that? Or leave immediately? The house went quiet in a way I had never experienced before. Not normal quiet. This was the kind of quiet that felt like it had weight. My phone was still in my hand. The last message glowing on the screen. You looked. I hadn't even finished reading it again when the lights flickered. Once. Twice. Then the Wi-Fi symbol at the top of my screen dropped completely. No signal. I stared at it, frozen. And then another message appeared anyway, even without internet. Like it had already been sent, waiting for me to see it. Turn around. My throat tightened instantly. I didn't move. Not at first. Because my brain was trying to argue with itself. Trying to explain it away. Maybe delayed messages. Maybe glitch. Maybe something logical. But then I heard it. A sound from behind me. Not loud. Just enough. A soft shift in the air. Like someone had stepped where no one was supposed to be. I went completely still. Then another sound. Footsteps. Slow. Measured. Right behind me. My grip on the phone tightened, so hard my hand hurt. Then breathing. Not mine. I could feel it more than hear it. Close enough that the air behind my neck felt different. My entire body locked up. Every instinct I had screamed at me not to turn around. But I did. Slowly. Too slowly. My neck felt like it didn't belong to me anymore. I turned fully. The room was empty. Nothing. No one. Just my bed. My desk. The dim glow of my screen. The open doorway leading into the hallway. But something was wrong. Not visually. Not clearly. Just wrong in a way I couldn't explain. Like the space behind me had been occupied a moment ago and hadn't fully reset. I backed up one step. Then my phone buzzed again. I looked down. A new notification. A live video. From the same account. My hand started shaking harder now. I didn't want to open it, but I did. The screen loaded instantly, and what I saw made my body go cold. It was my room, from a corner angle I had never seen before. Like the camera was placed high above, tucked somewhere impossible. And in the center of the video was me, standing exactly where I was standing now. But the angle was wrong, because I could see myself from behind, even though I was already facing the phone. My breath stopped. I looked up slowly. The room looked the same, but the video kept playing. And I realized something that made my stomach drop completely. Whatever was filming that wasn't visible from where I stood, it was somewhere in the room, right here, watching me. In the video, I saw myself turn slightly, like I was searching the room, and then something moved behind me in the video frame. Not clearly, not fully, just enough to show that I wasn't alone. My heart pounded so loudly I could barely hear anything else. I spun around again instantly. Nothing. Still nothing. But the video kept going, and I watched as the version of me in the recording stood completely still, while something just out of frame shifted closer behind me. I couldn't see it in real life, but I could see it in the video. And that's when I understood the worst part. Whatever was in my house was not meant to be seen directly, but it was already here. I don't remember grabbing my keys. I don't remember opening the door. I just remember running, barefoot out into the cold night air, not stopping until I was several houses down the street. I stood there shaking, looking back at my house, expecting. I don't even know what I was expecting to see, but nothing followed me out. No sound, no movement, just my house, sitting there like nothing had ever happened inside it. Marcus came home later that night. I couldn't explain it properly. I just told him something felt wrong and I had to leave. He checked everything himself. Room by room, closets, basement, outside, nothing. No signs of forced entry. No broken windows. No explanation for the messages. The police were called the next day. They checked everything too. And they said the same thing. Nothing unusual. No intruder. No evidence. No reason to believe anyone had been inside. But I know what I saw. I know what I heard. And I know what was in that video. The Facebook account? Completely deleted. Like it was never there at all. For a while, I tried to convince myself it was some kind of hack, some glitch, some trick my mind had exaggerated in the dark. But then weeks later, it happened again. Another friend request. Same blank profile. Same strange feeling I couldn't explain. My hands were shaking when I saw it. And this time, I didn't accept it. I just stared at it, waiting. Then my phone buzzed anyway. A message from the same account. It said, "You still leave your door slightly open." I deleted Facebook that night, but sometimes I still check my phone without thinking, expecting it to light up again. And it does in my mind. So, tell me, what do you think was inside that house? Someone real? Or something else? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more horror stories like this, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Because I have another story. And trust me, it's worse than this one. Next time, I'll tell you what happened to my friend after he tried to track that account.